Good evening, everybody. Today we're going to be doing a new series of Roll for Room. Now, any of you that have been around for a little bit know that I previously had a series called Roll for Room where we would roll for the size and the budget of each room in a house. Unfortunately, I did a bit of a goof and I accidentally deleted that file, so we no longer have that original house. But I think I've learned a lot from starting YouTube and making TikTok videos in terms of buildings, so I'm hoping let's do it again, but this time I should be a little bit better at actually building these houses. I'm super excited to start this new series with you all. I will be adding it into the same one that we've had previously, but eventually I'll probably delete those original videos just as like we didn't get to finish it. So I didn't think that a lot of people really enjoyed those videos either. So hopefully we can make this series and people will enjoy it a little bit more. I feel like I've also learned a little bit more about editing since then, so hopefully these videos will be a little bit better edited as well. Previously we were using a dice roller, but this time I'm actually going to use a random number generator on Google, as I think we should be able to get a little bit more accurate rolls in terms of randomization, just because this time I want the minimum amount of room like by square to be 2 rather than 1, so we shouldn't need to re-roll anything. But let's go ahead with the rolling. So we're going to be doing a roll as well to determine how many bathrooms we have in this house as well as how many bedrooms we have. So we're going to start up by rolling for our bathrooms, which we're going to do 1 to 3, because I feel like if you have over 3 bathrooms then it can be a bit crazy, but obviously we need at least 1. So let's generate. Let's see what we're going to get. 2. Okay, that's perfect. That's a good amount. I'm happy with that. So I'm going to add that onto here, that we have 2 bathrooms for this build, and then let's work out bedrooms. So bedrooms I'm going to do 1 to 5. I'm hoping that we don't get 1 just because I think it'd be really boring, but let's see what we get. Hoping it's going to be something all right. 5. Okay, well that's a bit mad. So 5's a lot. That's a lot. We're going to have to really make this a big build if we're going to have 5 bedrooms. I'm really hoping that we get some bigger rooms at the bottom so that we can sort of have the ability to be able to put 5 rooms above. So for each room size, we are going to be rolling 2 to 10, and then obviously we're going to have to roll that twice, and it's going to give us our squares per room. So obviously if we rolled a 2, for example, and then we rolled a 5, that would be 2 by 5 in terms of the actual size of the room. For the budget, I'm going to do 2 to 20. So we could have 2k for the room budget, or we could have 20k, or anything in between. And then for this series, we're going to have a entrance hallway, a living room, dining room, kitchen, upstairs hallway, downstairs hallway, obviously our 5 bedrooms, our 2 bathrooms, and then we're also going to roll for a garden. If we get quite a big budget, we can also like stretch the garden around to the front of the garden as well, so just so we get a little bit more in terms of the garden out of it as well. So we're going to start out by making our entrance hallway. So we're going to do 2 by 10. Let's see what we get. This is for the first coordinate across the side for the size. So we rolled a 3. Okay, that's not too bad. I'm hoping that we don't get something really big for the next one. Let's see what the next one's going to be. 2. Okay, so that's actually really good. I'm happy that our entrance hallway is quite like small, just because obviously it's only an entrance hallway. You don't really want it to be massive. If it ended up being something like 10 by 10, I don't even know what I would have done. So next we're going to be generating our budget for this room. So obviously it's 2 to 20. Let's see what we get. 5. Okay, so we've got 5k to do our entrance hallway, which to be fair, perfect for a really small 3 by 2 entrance hallway. As well as this, same as my previous series regarding Roll for Room, we're going to be making all of the walls, but not to the budget, so that it doesn't actually count towards the budget that we have for each room. I will be mixing up a little bit from what we did last time, where I will also be including the doors and the windows, not as a part of the budget that we have for the room. It's mainly for decorating the room, is for our budget. But I will be going with something that's a little bit simple for the doors and the windows, so that it's not like crazy that I'm not actually using the budget. Like, it just makes a bit more sense. So let's go ahead and work on our entrance hallway first. So I'm trying to think, I've got this plot of land at the minute, and I'm hoping that it will fit all of the different rooms in that we've got, because we do have like a massive room of like 5 different rooms, which is going to take up a lot of space. But obviously we're starting at 3 by 2 for an entrance hallway, so it's quite small. I'm thinking I might try and do it like in the middle, or whether it'd be better off to do it like sort of just off to the side. I might do it slightly off to the side, so we could do it like here, and then it's just 3 by 2, so it's very small little entrance hallway. Then I'm going to include our little door here. So obviously we've got this big open section here, and I might do like a archway or something in there just to make it feel a little bit more open, because it's quite a small room. So just something like this would probably be good. And then we need a little door as well. It's obviously our front door. We've got 3, so that's actually pretty perfect for picking like a larger door. I am going to raise it up a little bit as well. We'll have it on the the medium height. So we could pick like a really huge door, something like this, but it's very big and it kind of takes up the entire space. I've got to as well think about like the fact that it's going to be have to be like a similar like theme through the entire thing, because obviously we're going to want it to not look really weird from room to room. So we kind of want like, I guess, a more simplistic design, something like that. I feel like I do want it to be like a little bit of a bigger door though. So I quite like this door. So I think I'm going to go with that one, as that's quite simple and it's obviously got the glass in it, so it looks quite nice as a front door. I'm not going to do I want to do the outside of the walls now? It's kind of like a bit, I'll leave the outside until we've got like all of our rooms built, and then we can go in and start looking at like the outside walls and things for decorations. Then I don't think it really needs a like window or anything, because it's quite like a small section. We don't know what our other rooms are going to be like, and we might have to build around it, so I'm not going to add any windows in. So let's amend our amount of money that we have now. So I've changed it to 5k, which is our budget for our entrance hallway. Then let's have a think about what kind of things I want to put in here. So obviously we do not have a lot of room. I'm actually kind of tempted to change that to be a slightly smaller archway, but I don't really know. Or it might be better to, what if I did it like slightly off at an angle, but I don't really like that. It looks better in the middle. Okay, what kind of wallpaper? So I'm thinking something more simple would actually be way better, just because it's such a small space. Obviously lighter is also better because it's a small space as well, so it kind of like brings it out a little bit more. I could just literally have white walls. That's an option. I feel like white is probably a good option. And then I'm thinking just like hard wood, because obviously you're coming in from outside, so you don't really want like carpet or anything in there. That's a really cute wood. Yeah, we could go with that. Does that, it kind of matches the wall, like the door that we picked there. This is such a tiny room and I've barely picked anything for it. We have so much money actually to spend for this room. I didn't really think about that. Obviously, first thing I'm thinking is like a coat rack or something. So something like this could work. If we just like put it there, I'm definitely going to want to like push it up a little bit more though if I pick that one. I know that there's like a couple of different sort of coat racky type things to pick. I think this one's probably a good one. I think it's a little bit dark though. I think we might need to start out by adding some lights, just because we do have a lot of natural light obviously coming in from that entrance hallway, but that's like not really enough for me to be able to see. I think just like 2 little lights like this is fine for an entrance hallway, or at least for now. I can change it later if I need to. So we've got this little cabinet as well, or we've got the one that I was just looking at, which is from like the seasons pack. To be honest, I'm mainly just looking at like colors. That one's actually really, the only issue is it doesn't go straight up the side, so it looks a little bit weird. But I think I'm going to go with that one because I think that looks the best. And then we definitely need like a big plant just literally on here, and I definitely want to put some stuff on top of it as well. Trying to look at the more expensive plants just because the fact that we've got like a lot of money to spend, and I don't really know how I'm going to spend it all in this one tiny room. I think like this could work. That's quite cute, and also it's like 600, so it's really expensive. Let's go with that because it matches the same colors that we've got in the room, and we have a little green coat there, so I'm going to use green. I can either use green or I can use blue, but I think the green one's a little bit nicer because it's more like earth tones. Then we also obviously have the top section of this, so I want to add like a bunch of stuff onto that as well, so we can also add some more plants. But I'm thinking as well, we also want like some just like general storagey stuff, so like some boxes would be really good. Also, like we've got this little section here, which I know I'm gonna add like shoe storage on the other side, but I kind of want to add it to here as well. There you go, just so you've got like a little pair of shoes in there. Then yeah, for the top, I was thinking just like some little storage boxes like that, and then we can also just add in some little plants just as, you know, to spend the money that we've got. So I just added like a cute little cat because I kind of think that looks really cute as it's a bit more simple, but I don't know how I feel about like colors. We can change it a little bit. This one's a little bit better. It seems to blend in with the greens that we've got. So then we have the other side. So we still have pretty much like 4,000 simoleons remaining. We've only spent like 1,000 so far. So this is very difficult. I'm thinking like we pick like a really expensive picture and just put like the really expensive picture on this wall over here. What's like some of the more expensive ones? We've got this, which is kind of cute. Get a little bit smaller and lift up. How much is that? Ooh, that was a lot. Okay, let's pick the picture after, because we can pick the picture based on the other things we're adding here. So I wanted like a little shoe rack. We've got like these, which are really good. And I'm just going to add 2 of those down here. There we go, like that. And then was there anything else I kind of wanted there? I mean, in an ideal world, you'd have the shoe rack and you'd have a place to put the shoes on, but I don't really know where else I would put those. So I guess we kind of just go ahead. Oh no, hang on. I wanted a little rug in front of the door just as you're coming in. I think this one's really cute. If I can get a smaller version, it might have to be like that. Or we could just have it in the room in general, but I think it'll look a little bit better up against the door like this. Does that look a little bit weird? I think it looks a bit weird because I think it's a little bit too big, but if we make it any smaller, then it won't work. So it's going to have to be like a long and skinny rug, or something like this might work. But again, I think it's a little bit big. That actually doesn't look as bad as the other one. I think it's because it's a little bit skinnier. So we're going to go with that one. And then on this side, I was thinking actually you could also have something a little bit higher up that's like just like storage, like shelves and things. This, which is like a cute little thing that has like dog leads on it, which I think is really cool. There's a couple of other ones as well that are kind of similar where it's just like holding some stuff. Like this one would work quite well as well, but that's more like something you'd have near like your back garden. Or you've got like this one, which is really cute. It's just got like a little bag on it. I kind of like that one. I might go with that one. If we put it there and then maybe change the color because it looks a little bit like too dark, that one's a little bit better. You can also put stuff on there, so I might put like a little plant on it. The only issue is then we don't have the space that I wanted for that picture, and the picture was what was going to basically spend the rest of our money. We could picture somewhere like up here though, but I don't know whether that's really going to work. Do we have any like really expensive plants that I could just make like quite small and then just put them on there? Okay, so we've got this one, and this one's really cool, but if I could just raise it up, can I make this smaller? Yeah, and then move it around a bit, and then that's what we can have here. Sweet, so that's used up 500, and it does look pretty good made smaller, but we still have like a lot left, and I don't really know what I'm gonna do about that. We could, let's have a look at the pictures that we've got here, because another option is that we get a big picture like this and we just sort of put it here so that it looks like, again, like it's sort of pressed up against that. That works. Okay, that's fine. I definitely think it needs like another piece of clutter on here though. So far we've got 1,300 left, which is like really good. I'm happy with that. You've got like these little letters, which makes sense that you would have here. Let's raise those up. I don't think they cost a massive amount. So yeah, they only cost 10. So that's not amazing for like spending. We do have all this space here, but I don't really know whether you'd have a picture up there or whether that just end up looking like really messy. Although I'll tell you what you could have a fancy light there. That could work. We've got like this thing that's just like a really big light, but the problem is it's really modern, so I don't actually think it goes really well with the room. Or like this one, but the same issue. What if we used this one and then changed the color of it? How much even was that though? It's only 125, so it's not the kind of price that I was hoping for it. I was hoping it'd be like 1,000 or something. But to be fair, even the most expensive light is only 410, so that's not really gonna work. Okay, going back to the picture idea, we could put a picture up there. I still just feel like it's going to be a bit cluttered, you know? Okay, what if we moved this over here and then we put a mirror right next to it, like on this side, so that you can check yourself before you go out? How much are our mirrors? They're quite, like, they're not that expensive, to be fair, for a mirror. What about, like, something like this could work? If we can get it in a slightly different brown, but all the browns are dark, to be fair. You got, like, this mirror. This one's quite nice, but it's also quite modern. It's from, like, the business pack. Okay, I think go with this one. Again, it's, like, not that expensive, which is kind of the problem that we've got here. Another thing I'm thinking is we could add like cute little birds just directly above the door there, and that leaves us with 300, which is like a decent amount to potentially switch out our lights for something a bit more exciting. What are like the more expensive ones? We got this, which is like the only issue is it's huge. Well, we got this one, but again, it's like a really big light. And I don't really like the ones huge. I like the ones that are like more flush to the ceiling. These are kind of cute though. But the problem is we're going to have to sell the ones that we've already got, and that's going to get us money back. But they're only 50, so it's not that bad. So what if I added these ones? They're quite cute. Yeah, that's all right. Okay, and then we've only got 262 left, so that's not that bad. I feel like I could decorate like this area a little bit more, and then that should use up the remaining. Let's see like what the more expensive clutter is like. So we got like little watering cans as well. That could work if you were to put it, where's it, what's putting it there. I think that you could totally just put that down there though, and it would probably work. So I'm going to shift that back out, and then I'm going to put the watering cans here, lift them up a bit. Then I just kind of want them like right next to this back in. There we go. Yeah, that looks good. It's just kind of like slightly cluttered. Yeah, I like that. Okay, cool. There's our entrance hallway done. So then let's find out what we're going to get for the living room. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and roll for our next room, which is going to be the living room. I am going to try and stick to like 2 rooms per episode in this series, just because otherwise I think the episodes will be quite small. So let's go ahead and roll for our size first. So obviously we're going to do 2 to 10, so let's see what we get. 2. Okay, so that's a bit horrible because that means it's going to be probably really small as a living room. Let's go ahead and roll for it by 7. Okay, so that's going to be disgusting. It's going to be a super long and skinny living room. Oh god, okay. Okay, and then let's find out what our budget is for our super skinny living room. 9. Okay, so we got 9k to decorate our skinny living room. That's fine. That should be okay, right? Okay, so this is going to be absolutely horrible. So we're going to have to go 2 by 7. So I'm thinking we just make it really skinny. But the problem is it doesn't even cover this. So I'm actually going to have to go with the 2 being across this side. Oh god, this is horrible. I don't even know what I'm going to do with this. So the 7's going to have to be across this side because we've got too wide of a hallway here. Another option is that I do it so it leads into the kitchen and then we have the living room coming off of this side so they're not actually connected. I had originally thought like, oh, we could do it where the entrance hallway goes into the like living room and then you go from there, but it could come into the kitchen. I think that might be a better idea. So let's do the living room coming off of here, I guess. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's our living room. Oh god, it's so horrible. Oh, I don't like it. It's so tiny. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. Let's add in our doors and windows, which I guess brings a bit more light into the room, but this is really horrible. I definitely, again, want there to just be like a massive archway because otherwise it just is gonna have like, it's gonna feel even smaller and I would rather it just be like this. Window wise, I guess it'd be good to have quite a lot of windows so that we get a lot of natural lighting in. So I'm gonna go with like these windows maybe, or we've got these ones which are slightly bigger, but they don't really, they're not like that open. I don't know whether, are these ones more open? Not really, but they might work a bit better because still fit in things. I'm gonna go with these ones, I think. Then I guess I don't even know, like it's not even gonna fit across the 2 on the other side. Put 1 there and then I could get a smaller one like this and put it here so that we've at least got a little bit more light coming in. It's not as long as the other one though. We'll go with that one. I feel like that one kind of works a little bit better. Might be better to lower it a little bit like that. Does that look weird at the front? Does it look a little bit weird at the front? I don't know whether I'd need to change it. I think you can get that door in bigger, but I don't really know. Okay, so I'm going to change the archways just to these ones because they are a little bit taller, but also they're not white and it matches the doors I picked there. But I still don't know what to do about this one door here because it now looks really short compared to the window that we've picked. Would it be a better idea to pick this door? But I really don't like that door. It's really ugly. Okay, yeah, screw it. It's fine. Okay, we're going to now do, I guess, the flooring and things. So we've picked all the windows and things. So let's change our money. So for this one, we have a budget of 9k, which is quite a lot. It's a decent amount again for a small space. I guess it is a living room, so we're gonna have to buy like sofas and things, but I guess we can pick the more expensive sofas. I'm really trying to work out like how on earth this is a living room. I don't know how we can do this at all. It's really like baffling me and I don't really know what to do. Something nice like this could work because it's just a little bit darker, but you still got that nice like woody color. Or this one, I think this one looks a little bit nicer. So let's go with this. Then floor wise, I guess a carpet would be nice. We can pick like a cream carpet. Just kind of lightens the room a little bit. I think it'd be better to carpet, or whether it'd be better to do the same wood picked in the last room. Let's go with wood. The only issue is I'm going to do the wood this way, so the wood grain is going to be different if I do wood in this third room here. Ah, this is so horrible. Okay, let's work out what on earth I am doing with this room. So I picture a bookcase here. I think that'd be nice because it just adds like to the fact that I guess it's a living room. We're definitely not going to really be able to put in a TV just because I think the TV will be really close to the sofa. So bookcase wise, I guess like that one kind of works, but that's a bit more like school or like collegey, so I don't know if it's the best one to pick. Whatever we pick though, it's probably going to be too big. To be fair, I kind of like that one. I think it looks okay. It makes sense. Then sofa. Oh, I have no idea. So for the sofa, I can either have it so that it's just at the end there, or I could do a rotating one so that it just pulls round. This is a horrible living space. So if we did like this, then this, and then added in a little corner like this, we could put a little table there. I don't know whether that would work. Or you can just have it so that it literally is like the entire corner is that sofa. Okay, I think I'm going to do a sofa that goes just all across the edge here, and then we can just add in a little coffee table as well, so I guess it's just like quite a small space. I'm thinking we could do just like a little wall table there as well, just so that there's a little bit more in the room, because we still have a lot of money to spend. But let's have a look at our more expensive two-seater sofas. We've got this one, but it kind of covers the window quite a bit. This one's quite nice, green, so it kind of goes with that same color palette that we were already picking. I do really like this one though as well, just because it's a really nice like design. I don't know if it really fits in with the rest of the room though. I think we go with that one. That one looks alright. And then we can pick a cute little rug as well. This one's like a little green rug. I definitely think we're gonna have to reduce the size of it. And then I was thinking like a little coffee table in front of it, but it's gonna have to be a really small coffee table because otherwise you're not actually gonna be able to get past it. It might just have to be like this one. I guess you can move it a little bit more so it's like that. Or you could just could you just ignore the coffee table and end up just like doing a little side table here? I guess you don't need it. Then I was thinking for like this section we just pick like a cute little table to go against the wall like this, and then we can just like put plants and things on it. I was also thinking about adding shelving here because I think that could be quite good. Here we go. So we got this shelving, which definitely adds a little bit to the room. And then we do have this entire wall here as well. So I think I'm going to add like a picture to it. At least that will use up like a little bit of my money. Ooh, but again though, I might want to save the picture till the end because then I can use the rest of my money on the picture. I'm also thinking like, would this actually move it here? I think it looked a little bit better next to the sofa. I don't know. And then for this, I was either thinking we could do plants or we could do lamps, but I don't really know which would look better. You could just have like a little singular plant in there, to be fair, and then maybe just like a little letter on there as well. I was just thinking like some little thing that doesn't really take up like a massive amount of space. Change the colored books, they're a bit those ones probably work a little bit better. And then we've got all of these shelves to be able to decorate. They're quite skinny. They come 3 together as it's from a pack, but we should be able to put a few things in there. Like we've got these little books here, just like stick on top. The bit that I'm not going to have a massive amount of room for is these ones that are like in between. But we've got things like this that are quite small. I don't know whether they're actually like a little... they still kind of work as clutter. They hang off the edge a little bit, but I think it's fine. Then we've got these little cards, which I really like to use in a lot of mine because they're pretty cluttered. There we go. So I've added some little items there. The only thing I can think is that we don't have like a massive amount of light. Obviously, we haven't picked like any lights yet. So it could be good to just have a light in here as well on... I was like thinking about adding like an actual light, but I don't know if we're gonna have enough space. Then we could add a little candle there on the table. That could be kind of cute. Like a little one like this works quite well. Yeah, I like that. Then I want a what else do I want? Oh yeah, so we've got pictures on this wall, which I definitely need to add. Otherwise, this wall ends up being really bare. So I'm looking to spend like a decent chunk of my money on this one wall here because I do not have like I've got like almost 5k remaining and I kind of don't have any more room. So let's grab like a quite expensive picture. So we've got this one which is 3,500 or this one which is 4,000. 4,000 is still pretty good. I guess we could use multiple pictures. So we've got like this one which is nice. Then we still have like a little bit of space. So if I use this one, I might have to make it a bit smaller just because it does seem to have a lot of room. Then we can grab a second picture maybe to put here like this. Does that look a bit weird? It looks a little bit weird. This one's cute. It doesn't match the color palette though. Can you get it in a lighter one? That works a bit better. There we go. I like that. And then we've got 400 remaining. So that is an okay amount. I'm trying to think about what else that we could actually even add with that amount because we kind of don't have that much space. How much are curtains? Are curtains 400? We might be able to add some curtains. Some of the curtains are very big. These kind of work. They're the right like sort of shade and we can something like that. That's quite nice. But then if you're picking curtains there, we definitely need curtains on the side as well. Just curtains like that kind of work. Then can I change color? The issue is the color doesn't really match. We've got different curtains now though. Is that weird? Can you have different curtains in a room? I feel like that is a little bit weird, right? I might have to like change it up so that we've got the same ones there. What are those ones? These are from the weather pack. Can you get a skinny one from the weather pack? You can. Let's get rid of that. Can I get that same exact curtain? Can. Okay, that might work. Does that look okay or is that a bit extra? I actually think it's kind of cute. Okay, hang on. Let's just double check that I definitely want those curtains because there are the other ones that are like green, but I kind of like those ones. Oh, we got the yellow ones as well. Let's see how it looks in yellow. I actually like it more in blue. I don't know why. But yeah, there's our living room. It's really skinny and I'm not a massive fan, but honestly, it came out way better than I thought it would. And yeah, those are our rooms for today, guys. I am surprised at how small they came out. last time that I did this series, we had way bigger rooms, so I'm really surprised that we got like 3 and 2s. Like that definitely did not happen last time. We ended up with like really big rooms last time. But I'm actually kind of happy that they are smaller. I much prefer to decorate smaller spaces. I don't know about you guys. I just find that they tend to look a little bit more cluttered, and I really do like clutter in my houses. They tend to look way more realistic. But I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it for you. It was definitely fun building all these little rooms, and it's really fun trying to build off of a budget and a size restraint as well. It's a really good challenge. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I will be adding the playlist on the screen now for you for this series. At the minute, it's going to have obviously just one episode for this Roll for Room, but we're going to be doing more in the future, so be sure to subscribe if you enjoyed this content and check out this playlist for more of these videos. There's also a recommended video on the screen for you, so do check that out if you enjoyed this one, and I hope you all have an amazing rest of your evening.